Hello, my name is Marcia Johnson and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Together with my grandnieces and nephew, Allie, Ashley, and Ryan, we are Marcia's Crafts. Today we're going to make this lovely Mother's Day card using the Tea Together set. Let me show you the things we're going to need. We'll need the Tea Together stamp set along with the Crackle Paint stamp set, and we'll be using the teapot, the teacup, the Happy Mother's Day, and this flower, and of course the Crackle Paint background. We'll be using the Time Framelits. We'll use the teapot, the rose, and the teacup. We'll also be using the delicate lace edgelits, and we're going to use this one right here. We'll use the subtle embossing folder. For inks, we're going to use Sahara Sand and Crumb Cake. And we're going to be doing some embossing, so we'll be using some VersaMark. We'll be using some gold embossing powder. I think that's about it, so let's go ahead and get started. First thing, we're going to be doing some stamping. We're going to be using this lovely soft sea foam and this crackle background. To do that, we're going to take the Sahara Sand, ink it up all over. And I want this to be very light. So first, I'm going to stamp off. Then I'm going to pick that up. I'm going to put my soft sea foam layer on top, and I'm going to rub it. Make sure you keep one hand down all the time so you don't slide your paper around. And that should give us a soft background, and it does. I want a little bit more there, so let me just put it down a little bit. Now we're going to do some more stamping. We're going to take Crumb Cake, and I'm just going to stamp that little rose on my envelope and on the inside of my card. And the inside of my card. This is going to be a landscape card, so we'll put our flower in the lower right-hand corner. Put those aside for the moment. And now we're going to use some VersaMark and do some embossing. First, I'm going to use the teapot stamp, ink it up with VersaMark, and stamp it down. Then I'm going to take the teacup, ink it up with VersaMark, and stamp it over here. Then I'm going to get my embossing powder. I should have used my Embossing Buddy first, but I didn't, so. Okay, we're going to go ahead and emboss this part. I'm going to be doing a little bit more embossing, but I sort of need to see this to do the rest, so. I'm going to warm up my heat tool. That absolutely never gets old. Okay, we're going to do a little bit more embossing, but I needed to be able to see these lines to finish that up. So what I'm going to do is take the Happy Mother's Day, and I'm going to put it in the upper left-hand corner of this very vanilla piece of paper. Towards the left-hand corner anyway. Then I'm going to take this little flower and I'm going to stamp it on this extra little piece of very vanilla paper. And then I'm going to take this flower, stamp it once on the teacup and 3 times on the teapot. I'm going to do it once towards the top, once, and again on the bottom left. Okay, we're going to put embossing powder on all of these things. Okay, bring out the heat tool again. Okay, now we're going to do some coloring. For that, I'm going to use my Stampin' Up markers. You could try the blends, but if you get the blends on your gold embossing, it's going to show. So I just found the markers were the easiest way to go. If you don't have the markers, you can use a blender pen and your ink pads. Okay, first I'm going to do the Pear Pizzazz, and I'm just going to color in all the little leaves. Oops, wrong end. I'm going to use Crumb Cake for the centers of all my flowers. And then we have Powder Pink for the flowers. So final little touch, I like to just add a little in the center of all of the flowers. I just think it gives it a little bit of, I don't know, shading or dimension or something. Anyway, I like the way it looks. Okay, now we have a little big shot work to do. We will take the pink layer and put it in the subtle embossing folder and run that through the big shot. Then we will take our little rose die for that, our teacup, our teapot, and on this piece we will take this and put it right down towards the bottom and then line it up side to side, and we'll run all of these things through the big shot. And here we are, ready to assemble our card. First thing we'll do is put our inside piece in. This is just regular Tombow. I just put it in a container with a tiny tip. And we'll put our pink embossed layer on the front. Next, we're going to take our very vanilla layer and put some beautiful ribbon on it. Powder pink shimmery ribbon, I believe is what it's called. Oh, by the way, all of our product and measurements will be listed below as usual. All you have to do is click that little arrow and it should take you right to all of those. Okay, I am going to pop this up with some dimensionals. I'm going to layer this on our front just a little bit down from the top, about right there. Then I'm going to add this flower to the top left-hand corner. I'm going to put our teapot down on the right-hand side. And I'm going to put our teacup also up on dimensionals. And put that right about there. And then to finish it off, I'm just going to put on some pearls. And there you have it. I think it's a lovely card. Could it be for Mother's Day or change the greeting? Could be for a birthday or whatever. Anyway, it does involve a little bit of work, so I would give it to somebody special. Hope you enjoyed this video and this card. If you did, perhaps you could give us a thumbs up and even subscribe to our channel. If you want to purchase any of these products, they're available at marciascrafts.stampinup.net. We would love your business. That just about does it for today. Have a great one and see you next time. Bye-bye.